Good morning, your main girl. How are you? Boy, what an eventful weekend. Ooh-wee. Crazy, crazy. Looks like it's just me and you, your main girl. Oh, there comes some people. Hey, Remy. Hey, Callie, the one and only Puss in Boots. Emerald Girl, good morning. Coco Loco, Coco Pop, good morning. Absolutely, you're welcome here. Good morning, Orange Butterfly. How are you, darling? Skippy Bee. Hi, critters. Hey, Bay Beauty. Man. Hey, Clancy. Oh, Clancy, it's just sad. Like, I have no words. I absolutely love and adore Randy, and I hate seeing things that she gets put through. I really do. It bothers me. Good morning, Dory. Hi, Top Cop. I love you. It makes me sad when I see people get taken advantage of. It bothers me. Oh, look who's here. Good morning.
Morning, folks.
How are you, Miss Tracy?
I'm doing okay.
Man, it's been a wild few days, has it not?
Yeah, tell me.
Oh, I'm I'm so bothered that, Jenny is getting attacked the way she is. And maybe people don't want this brought up or talked about a lot, but I care a lot about Jenny, and I hate to see that she's catching the blame for what someone else did. Jenny's not supposed to be held accountable for what anyone else does. None of us
Right,
are. We
right.
are our own people. We are in control of our emotions. We are in control of what we do, not what anybody else does. So Jenny should absolutely not be catching any heat for this whatsoever. That's
Hey,
just my
Angela.
opinion.
Yeah, I totally agree. But, you know, it is what it is. You guys will probably be held responsible for mine and John's fight. It seems to be the going thing around here. But then again, I don't even know why me and John are fighting, other than I don't like Laura and Leanna. So,
Right.
whatever.
And that's a whole different mess, man. I'm telling you what, you're being blamed for things that, you're not a racist, and
I'm not a
people are trying to
racist.
label you as one. And that alone pisses me off so much because I know your heart. I know you love people for who they are, not what they are. And
But
it's
then again,
wrong.
Savage summed it up when she said, she's not, because she's been called a racist. And,
Right.
because I guess she's said colorful things before. Um, I'm not going to keep defending myself against it because I know I'm not.
Right. It's
So,
race baiting is what
it,
it is.
and trust me, I know. But I'm not going to keep defending myself. Just like Laura said colorful things. Do I think Laura's a racist? No, I don't. Makeup Mobster has said colorful things. I pointed it out. I shouldn't have. I put up an old screenshot, but I took it down. But it was just to make a point. And do I think she's racist? No, I don't.
Tawanda wants me to say, we did not blame FOD for what Rel did. She needs to stop blaming Jenny for Vinny's actions.
Good point.
That's so true. It's absolutely true. Jenny's not responsible for what other people do. She can't control that. I don't know. It sucks. It's
But
an
here's
awful
here's what's
situation.
really funny. Some of the same people that are up in arms, and I don't agree with Vinny calling anybody's house. I don't even go into Vinny's very often. I used to, but then, people started getting talked about that I didn't even know.
Good morning,
So,
Pixie.
the same thing goes like with Diane and Wendy. When they're talking about people I don't know, I leave. It's no fun to sit there and listen about people you don't even know. So it wasn't right for Vinny to call anybody's home, but I'll
No,
take a
and
phone
nobody's
call.
condoning that.
Not at all.
Nobody's, yeah, nobody's saying, oh, it's okay, Vinny. But is it okay for people to call CPS because of someone they don't like over YouTube? Oh my gosh, come on. Does anyone realize what those little girls went through just because of the hate that that person has against Brian?
Yeah.
And that's all that was.
But at the same, by the same token, some of the people that are standing behind FOD on this, and that's their prerogative, I don't give a shit, have gone to Vinny and asked him to go after people. So I'm sitting here going, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. And by looking at Jenny's chat last night, and I didn't stay the whole time. I ended up leaving kind of early. Morning, Pepper. To see certain people that were not in that chat,
Well,
trying to support Jenny because Jenny didn't make the call.
right.
That spoke volumes, as Laura would say.
Yeah. And, in my opinion, this is FOD. She's jealous of the friendship that Jenny and Randy have. So she's trying to fade Jenny out. She wants people to feel the way she does so people will fade her out because of what Vinny did. And
Well,
that
let's
is so
face it.
wrong.
FOD's a snowflake. If you don't
Hmm.
agree with what she says, then you're a liar, you're a fat pig, you're a whore, you're a donkey. All you have to do is disagree with her. Now, me and Caslin had a disagreement a while back, okay? I yelled at Caslin, uh, but we moved on. Caslin still comes into my chats.
I
And to
like
see the
Caslin.
way, yeah, I don't, well, like I said, I don't have a problem with her. Caslin goes everywhere, but I yelled at her. And but Caslin still comes into my chat. She's more than welcome to come into my chats. But to see the way that FOD has shunned her and talked to her on that panel the other night, to the point I
Hmm.
think Caslin cried,
Yeah.
was
And
all because Caslin associates with certain people.
see, and people are not picking up that. They're not seeing how controlling FOD is. FOD wants to control what people do and who they like and who they don't like. And if you don't do as FOD wants you to do, then you're just a donkey. You're a bad person. You're a hillbilly. You're this or that. I don't know. It sucks. I'm not intimidated by FOD. I don't care what she says or does
I
when it
don't
comes
either.
to me. I have my opinions and I'm going to voice them. FOD can voice her opinions. Why can't I? And
Yeah.
that's just how it is. And it's disgusting that FOD sat on panel last night and sitting there, saying that they're going to get this person's information to call the police, and if someone mentions their kids' names, they're going to call the police. Show some receipts where that person
She
where
has threatened me with police. I mean,
well,
come
I want to
on.
see the receipts where Chainsaw mentioned her kids' names. I don't think it exists.
I don't know her kid's name, so I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't think. I mean, Chainsaw has clearly come out and said, "Look, I've never even mentioned your kids' names. Why hasn't FOD proved that she did?"
Yeah, I don't. I didn't. I've never heard FOD's children's names. Maybe I've missed some stuff because I don't catch. I don't seem to catch all this doxing that goes on
Good morning,
because
Oliver.
I don't know half the people that say they were doxed. I still don't know who they are, and I don't care. But I must just miss a lot of the doxing that goes on. Lolly's going to be barking for a few minutes. She knows it's breakfast time.
Oh, Lolly, how's she
Oh,
doing?
Lolly. She's better, but she still has that crap on her skin, which
Oh,
I hate to give her a bath when it's so cold. I'll just have to crank up the
do you
heat.
think it could be psoriasis? Can dogs get psoriasis?
I don't know. They did a skin scraping and told me what it was. So,
Oh, okay.
and they gave me medicated shampoo and shots and antibiotics and all that crap. So, I don't know. She's not as itchy, so I'm glad about that. But yeah, I mean, it seems like to me, like I said in Randy's chat earlier, and I wasn't attacking FOD because I don't like when somebody goes into somebody's chat and attacks somebody,
Good morning,
on
Greta.
on panel. But FOD had no problem attacking that chat.
Oh yeah, she came in there and it was a divide and conquer tactic. She wanted, I mean, it's always got to be about her. There was no reason to come in there and just disrupt everything and blow things up tenfold. That's exactly what she did.
But
You know,
Delva brought up an interesting thing. Did Randy even drop a link?
I think she did. Yeah.
Because if not, then you got some splaining to do.
No, no, I think Randy did drop a link. She said, come up here and talk about it then, because
Oh, okay.
FOD was just going off in chat.
Yeah, I wasn't in there when all that first started
Yeah,
happening.
Monique, she definitely derailed. That's exactly what she does,
That's
and
what
that's
she
what she's
does.
good at.
That's what she's been doing since she came into the community, even before,
Hmm.
she started going live and people started to get to know her. And she says nobody had a problem with it back then. That's a lie. Please don't include me in that. Nobody had a problem with it, because when she was just a faceless troll.
And here's the thing. Last night, Jenny Jin even said, I don't even talk about FOD. Yet here FOD is trying to phase her out of the community and put people against her. FOD literally said, if you don't take Jenny Jin's wrench,
I got to mute for a
then
minute.
don't
I'm,
come
I'm gonna
back to my chat. Okay.
I'm gonna be loud because I'm feeding the dogs. Go ahead.
That's so controlling. How can you sit there and tell people in your chat, well, if you have her as a wrench holder in your chat, don't come back here. That's weird. I mean, that is controlling. And what did Jenny ever do to deserve any of that? She did absolutely nothing. Oh, because she's friends with Vinny G, she deserves this? No. She didn't call your house. FOD, why don't you go and talk to Vinny G? Oh, that's right. You won't do that now, will ya? Ugh. She called you two-faced because I gave her a second chance. Oh my gosh. Yeah, absolutely, Coco Loco. All of us can go where we want. No creator on here should be able to dictate what people do or where they go or who they're friends with.
Yep, I agree.
I mean, we are adults. We can make our own decisions and we can be friends with whomever we like.
I left a creator just because of that. Just
Yes, me
because they
too.
looked at me and said, if you support that purple, I don't know if she called her the B word or whatever, but then get the F out of my chat. And I was like, okay, now I no longer support the purple person, but it doesn't change the fact that I was told if I support a particular person, get the F out of their chat. I've never gone back.
Ugh,
It doesn't
yeah,
change the meaning behind it just because, you know what I'm saying?
I do. I get it.
It doesn't change the fact that she told me that if I supported a particular person, to get out of her chat. So, okay, I left. Not that she missed me. She didn't even know I existed.
Right.
But
And that's the point. I mean, I don't know. If somebody tells me to get out of their chat because of who I support, trust and believe I will never be back in your chat. Guaranteed. That's just who I am. I don't know. I think it's gross to sit there and try to tell people who they should be friends with, who they shouldn't be friends with, where to go. It's manipulation at its finest. And it's gross. I don't know. I adore Jenny Jin, and I think she's being treated unfairly, and it's not fair. She should not be held accountable for what one of her friends does. It's just not okay. It's not her responsibility to, tell Vinny G what to do. And Jenny Jin even said last night, it's not okay. Vinny G shouldn't have done that. So why can't you leave that alone, FOD? Jenny Jin said it's not okay, but then again, she's not going to bow down and kiss your feet and apologize. She has nothing to apologize to you for. If you want an apology, go to Vinny G and try to work that out. See how far that'll get you. Nobody here, you know, thinks it's okay to call someone's home. Nobody thinks that at all.
no.
It's wrong. We shouldn't be doing that. It's not okay. But it's been done. There's nothing we can do about it now. We can't change it, you know?
Well, and I know there's a group of people here going back to being told where they can go and where they can't go. And I know there's a group of people on here that feel like that. I know at least me thinks that I don't like them because they're coexisting with certain people. That really has nothing to do with it. It really
Right.
has nothing to do with it. First of all, I don't dislike any of them. It's the things I see written in some of these chats that is not very favorable to me. And then to come into my chat and, act as if nothing's
Right.
wrong.
And then what I saw today was FOD is sitting there saying, "Oh, your people in your chat are attacking me." Well, what did you think they were going to do? You've been attacking Jenny Jin Jin, and you've done a lot of dirty shit to Randy. Do you think that they're just going to, blow you butterfly kisses?
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, people have their go hards. There's people that go hard for everybody on here.
Mm-hmm.
Laura's got her go hards. Makeup Mobster's got hers. John's got his. Fod's got hers.
Yeah.
Randy's got hers. Everybody has their go hards. It's part of YouTube. Um, I
Yeah. And
haven't
I'll
seen
defend people that I care about just as people will do the same for their friends. It's human nature.
I haven't seen one person say that what Vinny did was okay. Not one person. But go after Vinny.
Yeah.
But her reasoning is Vinny said he has nothing to lose. Well, you've threatened the police on me, so prove him wrong.
Well, she threatened the police last night. It's weird. Like she threatened the police last night, and then there's some guy, whoever he was, on panel saying, "Yeah, when you get his information, give it to me." And then
What
she's saying that Chan,
was that on Rep
yeah,
Ash's panel?
yeah.
So she's gone right back to with her new channel to what she was doing before.
Well,
She's
I don't know.
allowing
I caught a clip of it. Some YouTube bullies, I think it's the name. I don't know.
Oh, I
I
have to go look at it.
Yeah, I seen a clip of it, and I'm just sitting there like, wow. I don't know. I mean,
Not that I
I don't
care. She can do
understand. I
whatever
don't
she wants with
understand
her
how
panel. I don't give a
FODs.
shit. But
How did Chainsaw put your children in danger, imminent danger? How did that happen? Like, I have never seen Chainsaw say your kids' names. Nobody knows your kids' names, and if they do, they don't say them on here. You want to take them. I don't know.
I know it can get frustrating. It gets frustrating for everybody. But no, I don't have a fish tank. I have a water running.
I want to get a fish tank. I want to get a saltwater fish tank. When I was a
I
kid, we used to have those puffer fish. They were so cute.
I don't have very good luck with fish aquariums.
I really don't either. It was my dad's when I was a kid. But they're cute. I don't have the energy to take care of it, I think. I think that's what it is. Or the desire, really. But I want one.
There.
You know what I've always wanted? One of
What have you always wanted?
those little finger monkeys. They're so cute. I think they're called marmosets, maybe. They are so adorable. I have always wanted one.
They are cute, but I have a thing about domesticating wild animals.
Yeah.
Unless it's orphaned or there's a reason it can't be in the wild. And I'm not trashing anybody that does. I love Lisa and she's got a monkey.
What's your
But
thoughts on sugar gliders? Have you seen those?
yeah, I
Those
mean,
are
I actually
cute
knew
too.
somebody that used to carry one around in their pocket. To me, a sugar glider is more like, and I could be wrong, but when I look at it as domestication,
Hmm.
um, I kind of look at them like hamsters and gerbils and stuff. But sugar gliders do come from a particular area in the world and not here. They're not. I mean, they're not native to the United States. So maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but I think they're cute.
What's that girl's name with the monkey? Lisa and baby Sammy, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not sure what her channel name is now, but I think it's Lisa and baby Sammy Monkey or something like that.
yeah, and like I said, I adore Lisa, and Sammy's
Hmm.
just as cute as he can be. But because of the horror story that I know my girlfriend went through with her monkey, I I would never ever ever take that chance. I mean, she loved this monkey. She treated this monkey like he was part of the family. Well, he wasn't. He was a monkey. And
They're
he
a
ended up,
huge responsibility.
yeah. And, they're great when they're young. They are like little human babies. As they get older, their monkey aggression comes out. And then people can't have them because they begin to bite or, throw poop or, their monkeyisms come out. But a girlfriend
Yeah,
of mine had one. She had it, he had his own bedroom. She dressed him every day. Um,
Mr. Cardinal, I'd love to make you a mod. I just can't do it from my phone. I love Mr. Cardinal. I think Mr. Cardinal's great.
yeah.
I what I think is sad is that when they get these baby monkeys, when their teeth come in, they'll have them removed. I don't agree with that. I think that's
A
kind of
laced with
wrong.
Lacey. Um, no. And like I said, if it's an orphaned, because you got to remember how a lot of these animals come to the United States. Poachers go out and kill their parents
Yeah,
and take the babies and bring them over here and sell them. And they're not cheap.
no.
There's nothing cheap about getting a non-domesticated animal. Uh,
Good morning, baby blues.
and I'm all about sanctuaries and things like that. But like I said, my girlfriend had a monkey. She treated it like, one of her kids. The next
Hmm.
thing you know, he started chewing his feet off.
Oh no.
And she brought him to vets around, local, our hometown. And the vets didn't know what to do for him. They don't specialize in primates. And, come to find out, it's because monkeys belong in, and I don't think they're called packs. You call a group of monkeys something, just like you call a thing of geese a gaggle.
I didn't even know that.
But they have to be with each other. That's where the grooming and the closeness comes in. Uh, but
Remy, I think I remember that.
yeah, I remember that. But he chewed one of his feet off. And after talking to her, she's devastated because she loves him. And she ended up taking him to a primate sanctuary down in Gainesville. It's a great sanctuary. They take lab monkeys that are no longer useful to the lab. Some
Hmm.
of these monkeys have never touched a tree or never, eaten a grape off the ground or foraged for their own food. They've been in laboratories their whole lives. And she took him down there. And sadly, he didn't make it. He ended up dying from something else. But in the meantime, he had chewed one of his feet off. And had she continued to keep him, he would have ended up chewing his other foot off. Once he got down there, they got him semi healthy. He thrived. He got along with all the other monkeys, but
Oh,
something else ended up taking his life. I think he died of cancer or something.
poor thing. At least he got to be with his own kind at the end.
So that's why, my little sister, I adore her, but she is an animal nut. And she was at a flea market and she bought an African gray parrot. Okay, it's a bird. I don't actually think they belong in cages. I think they belong in the rainforest. But I told her, I said, you're not going to want this parrot. This parrot could live to be 120 years old. You're not going to live this long. But she had no idea how much trouble this parrot was going to be. You have to clip its wings. Otherwise, it's
Hmm.
going to fly.
Yeah.
you know, um,
I wonder if
she,
that's painful for the birds. I'm sure it is.
I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
But I'm just one of those people that I don't, I mean, I love baby goats. If I had a piece of property, I would probably have little pygmy goats.
Oh, those pygmy goats are adorable. We have those out here,
Put them in
and
pajamas and watch them jump around. I love that.
they're so cute.
I agree, baby blues. That's my opinion that exotic animals are not meant to be pets. And the thing is, people buy them and think, oh, they're so cute. And I'm not talking about Lisa. I hope Lisa doesn't think I'm talking about her because I absolutely adore her. And I know she loves Sammy and I know she
Oh, she
takes good
loves
care of him.
him. Hmm.
But it's just my own. I've seen so many bad experiences with people trying to tame wild animals. And it's never, ever, ever worked out for the good, ever. And that's just my personal experience of what I've witnessed. It's never worked out for the good. So I'm not criticizing anybody that does it. You know, if you can do it and you can do it right, because, you know, they've got to be taught like how to forage for food. And I don't know. I don't know how we got on this topic. I guess because we were talking about the crazies on YouTube and it led into
Yeah,
exotic
speaking of
animals. And
crazy, I'm so sorry that you was called a drunk the other night. I'm
yeah,
so sorry.
because I drank at a wedding,
Yeah,
and you know, nobody does that. And I probably drink every 4 to 6 months. I might have a couple of beers, but you
I
know what? If
asked.
that's what they want to call me, then that's fine.
Well, and then they was trying to imply that you was drunk driving, and that's absolutely not true.
No, it's not. I stayed the night. I took care of the kids. I made them
Yeah.
breakfast in bed. You know, but whatever. You know, just because I was sitting in a car warming up, because all the kids had hot sticks with marshmallows stuck on the end of them around the fire, and I didn't want to be a part of that.
Right.
You know, but whatever. If they want to call me a drunk, call me a drunk. You want to call me whatever. I know in my heart who and what I am. And am I perfect? Nope. Will I ever be perfect? Nope. But I'm not a bad person. So,
Well,
and
I just think it was bullshit how they sat there and said, "Oh, she was hammered up there up on that panel." You wasn't hammered.
no, I could have been a whole lot more hammered, as a matter of fact. But I had a buzz going. And like I said, I'm not looking for sympathy because I went on that panel. You know,
Hmm.
I chose to take that link. So anything I got up there, I knew was
And
probably going to
you
be,
held your own. You know, and I don't
you
know.
know,
I
I
think,
knew was probably going to be coming at me. You
oh
know, I
yeah.
mean, so sympathy, no, I don't need anybody's sympathy. Um, yeah,
No,
they'll
but I
do
did feel
anything to try to
bad.
discredit somebody. And trust
Absolutely.
me, all of you, all of my, you know, my real
Hi, little
people that
Kelly.
know how to get in touch with me was texting me, get down. And you know me, I had a little, you know, I had a couple beers in me. I was like, leave me alone. I'm going for it.
I mean,
But
you was not slurring your words. You might have
no,
had a little bit of liquid courage,
yeah.
but you wasn't slurring your words. You wasn't drunk. I just thought that was unfair. And then to sit there and say that you was driving drunk is an absolute lie.
But I do need somebody that does clips to follow the clip or to find me the clip where Makeup Mobster is sitting on Laura's panel talking about my kid because she called me
Oh,
a GD liar yesterday. And I don't want to set through all that. But if anybody remembers what live that was on where she was telling me to get off YouTube and go take care of my kid, which by the way is 34.
yeah. I
And
think
Pixie said, I think I called your phone and Facebook at least 15 times. You're not the only one. Trust me. My phone was ding, 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 ding.
lit up like a Christmas tree. Speaking of Christmas trees, I'm
It was
totally
epic.
thinking about putting mine up.
How about someone saying, go drive home, don't kill anyone on that panel? Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
nothing to tell somebody that's drinking, which I was not going to drive home. I knew my plans when I went there. Uh, you know, I knew I was staying the night. I knew I was going to take care of the kids. I had that surprise for them in the basement. Come on.
Well, and you're an adult. If you want to have a few drinks at a celebration, you're allowed to do that.
Well, yeah, we have people that come on here hot, stoned out of their mind every single day. So, but we won't
Okay,
go
well,
there.
it was repulsive and it was sad. I mean, that was the definition of bullying. So,
And I did throw some low blows. I really did. But I had a lot of blows coming at me too.
yeah,
So,
it kind of goes both ways, though. I mean, it's not like you were 100% guilty and neither were they. It kind of went both ways. I don't know.
and people think I just started this shit with John. Guys, I blocked John months ago. Months ago. And then a week or so ago, he does another a live stream talking about me. Then he goes into Laura's or Makeup Mobsters and he starts leaving all of these horrible comments about me.
Well, and that's
So,
weird because it's not like you attacked him. He actually started this by coming at you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you've had him blocked. You have not been engaging him whatsoever. I mean, enough's enough.
Does Laura
There's no
remember how
reason.
much hell she caught when she sat at that restaurant and drank that giant margarita and then got in that rental car and drove home? Does she remember how
Oh,
much hell she caught over that? So, you know, I agree, Angela. I agree. Leave family out of YouTube drama. And I did. Like I said, I went low too. But they've all talked about my kid. You know, I was sitting there being called a beige raisin. Um,
oh, the name
whatever.
calling was disgusting. They was talking about your sideburns, and I'm thinking it's not sideburns. It's how her hair is done up. You know, it's how you had your hair done that night. They
I
was
always have
being mean.
wispies on the side. I always have wispies. But like I said, it's
You're beautiful, and if they can't accept that, then they just need to move on and stop talking about you. Everybody needs to stop going after people's looks. It's just it's mean and it's dumb. Ugh.
welcome to my Friday night and week's content for others. Blue Topaz. I don't know what that means, Blue. It was even funny because people made comments like, yeah, did you hear Blue go off on the truth and you didn't see the truth snap at her? Well, first of all, I thought it was funny uh, when Blue Topaz yelled at me. I went right back up on panel. It's not like I was intimidated by Blue. She yelled at me. I got over it. Move on. But I don't know. Hopefully, whatever's going on with John will just stay over at John's house, you know? And then I post a picture of the wedding of the bride and groom, and I get accused of only posting it because they're a mixed couple. I'm like,
See, and that's race
I
baiting.
can't win for losing here. That's
Right.
my niece and the man of her dreams. And I really wanted to get the minister in there because he had this long yellow, like like a robe like thing on, and he was the coolest minister ever. I mean, he laughed, he joked, he looked like he was going to be very serious. You know, just I mean, I think I was intimidated just by the long robe thing. But he looked like okay, he's going to be like a really serious minister and no giggling, and that's not my family. You know, we're all a bunch of clowns. And so I was really trying to get him in the picture, but the couple was standing, you know, my niece and Josh, her husband, was standing too close to each other. But, and then I get accused of only posting it to prove a point, and that makes me racist. I was like, I can't win here. So, whatever.
No, you was proud that your niece was married to her best friend. Why wouldn't you post that? You know, you was proud of that moment. You was proud of being a part of that. It was a beautiful thing. So, and then somebody's got to tear you down for it. That's race baiting. I'm sorry, but it is.
Well, and what really hurt my feel, what really bothered me was when I went into the bedroom when my niece was getting ready. I said, "Oh, blah blah blah," because I don't want to say her name.
Yeah,
um,
don't. Lord
you look,
knows.
you know, you look beautiful. And she said, and remember, I practically raised this kid. And she's like, I don't feel beautiful.
She was a
And
beautiful
I was
bride.
like, you look gorgeous. She goes, I never meant to have this much weight on me when I got married. I was like, girl, he knows every wrinkle, every fold, every ingrown hair, everything on your body. You all have been together for 10 years. Trust me. He's known you skinny, he's known you heavy. It obviously does not affect him, you
Well, it's
know,
not about the
or
looks, you know. And she looked
thank you, Coco.
beautiful.
I thought so too.
Yeah. I love
But
house weddings. I was married here in this house. My grandparents, they couldn't leave the house because they were really sick. And so we had the ceremony here. It was beautiful.
yeah, you know what? It's not about the hoopla, the you know, and of course every girl dreams of the
Hmm.
big church and the you know the white gown with the 20-foot train and you know, but it's not about that. You know, it's not about that. It's not about the how much the ring costs that you put on the finger. It's not about none of that. It's about what's in your heart.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a brother and sister-in-law who went to the Justice of the Peace when they were 16 or 17 years old. Now remember, they're 56 right now, 57. They're still together. Their wedding bands probably didn't cost $20 each.
Oh,
They're still together to this day. And we were talking at the reception, and my brother said, "You know what's sad about today is it's so easy to quit, but so
I
hard to make it work."
I have
And he's
always
right.
been envious of people that, had long marriages like that. I've been married a few times, so I don't think I'm going to see like the long one because Brandon and we've only been married since 2015. I hope this one sticks, but it's not like we're going to get to see our 50th wedding anniversary, and I always wanted that. I got to look at my grandparents, and they had been married since 1942, and I'm like, that's so beautiful, and you don't see that much anymore.
Well, their 40th is in April, and my brother and my sister-in-law. And I've got my little sister who's 5 years younger than me. She doesn't even remember life before my sister-in-law. She has no memory of her life prior to my sister-in-law. She was 5, when
Yeah.
they got together. So she really doesn't have any memories prior to that. So my sister-in-law is more like a sister, you know. Uh, but they stood in front of a justice of the peace when they were 16 or 17 years old. I remember my mom had to sign off on it, but you might as well sign this because if you don't, he's just going to camp outside of her parents' house and live in the woods like a vagabond, mom. So sign it and let them go on with their life, you know? So, and that's what he did. When they were together, he would pitch a tent in the woods outside of her house. And then when her parents would go to work, he would sneak into the house.
I've
And
done that. I used to
I
sneak my
mean, that's
boyfriends
what
in
they
the
did.
window.
So it was like, mom, either sign for him to get married or
Yep.
he's going to continue to live in the woods until he's 18.
Oh, I was such a bad kid. I would sneak my boyfriends in my bedroom.
Trust me, she snuck him in too. And
Yeah.
years later, her mom and dad would be like, we knew he was there, so I don't know. They're just, they've had their trials and tribulations, but you know what?
But they stuck. They
And
worked
you know
through
what? They
it.
fight through it. No matter what they're going through, they fight through it. They don't just give up like some of these kids today. Oh, I got married, but we don't like each other anymore, so we're going to get divorced. 6 months. Well, okay, what
Mm.
happened? Did he slurp his soup different? Did she, does her house shoe smell? I mean, what happened to make, I don't know. But either way, if they want to call me a drunk, call me a drunk. You want to call me a racist, call me a racist. I'm neither of the two. So now
Well, words can hurt.
you want to
You
call me
know.
fat? That's okay because I am.
No, you're not.
So that's why I
No,
don't
you're
get too
not.
upset when Fod calls me fat.
I mean, she really doesn't have any room to talk, and I'm sorry to say that, but words can hurt. And if you're gonna
Words do
sit there
hurt.
and spit out insults, you can get some back. I'm sorry, that's just how I am. I think it's so childish and degrading when women call other women fat or ugly. It's trashy. And for her to sit up there on a panel this morning and call Randy's whole chat trash, I'm sitting there thinking, wow, have you listened to some of the things you've said about people or no? Whatever. Uh-oh. Are you back?
Yeah, a call kicked me out.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
I'm
Yeah.
sitting there just rambling on. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, you'll never hear me tell my chat. If you go into so and so's chat, don't ever come back to my chat.
Yeah, no.
You know.
That's so controlling. No, no, no. I mean, I have never tried to dictate where people go. I've never tried to say, yeah, don't go there. Don't be friends with this one or that one. People are going to do what they want. And it's not right for any of us to try to, I don't
And
know.
believe it or not, I feel the same way about the people that support FOD. It just
Hmm.
so happens they're not the kind of person I want to support. I've seen them behave like a 2-year-old since they come in here, you know. And the problem with her, with Vod, is that if you don't agree, then you're a lying donkey,
Or a
you know,
hillbilly
or a
or
hill, you know,
whatever.
you're a lying fat whore, or a
A dumb
hillbilly, or
donkey.
a dumb donkey, just for not agreeing with them. And I think that's pretty snowflakey. If you want to see the perfect example of a snowflake, I'm sorry, that's Vod.
I just think it's completely wrong to sit there and try to put all of this onto Jenny. It's not Jenny's fault. It's not right to sit there and try to phase her out for something that someone else did. It's not okay. If you have a problem with what Benny G did, take it up with him. He's the one
Exactly.
that did it.
And I have not seen one person yet write in a chat, I'm glad Vinny G did what he did. You know, I'm
Yeah.
glad he did what he did.
No, everybody's told him that it's wrong. He shouldn't have done that. You know?
It's wrong. Don't call people's homes. We all heard the message that was played. It was not threatening. So I don't know how it scared
I
her
didn't even
daughter.
hear it.
It was just simply Vinny saying, Hondo is not a doxer. That was it.
Oh,
That's all the thing said. Doesn't mean it's right. I'm
right.
not saying it was okay for Vinny to do that, but it was not a threatening call. It was not an intimidating call. Um,
I mean, how would
but
that scare
it's pretty
someone?
intimidating when you have strangers knock on your door and question your little girls about their private parts.
Yeah.
So if I had to choose one, if you're going to come at me, call me. Don't call the authorities on me.
Yeah, Rep Ash, you can't control what FOD does. And, you guys are friends, and that's okay. You guys can be friends. Nobody wants to ever change that. It's just, some of the things that FOD says and does affects people. And,
Well, it doesn't affect me anymore because, like I said, I attempted in the beginning when this person first started doing live streams and all that. I said, nope, I'm not going to touch this. I'm not going to touch this. I'm leaving it alone. But then they decided to attack me. And I'm like, what the hell did I do? Oh, that's right. I didn't agree with something that FOD said or did. So that makes me a bad person because there's a lot of people out there that don't agree with me,
hmm
but that doesn't mean they're bad people.
right. Everybody has their own opinions, and that's okay. People can have their opinions, you know what I mean? But it's going to make others mad, and that's okay too. Nobody's perfect. I definitely know that I'm not perfect. I don't come on here trying to be any kind of moral anything. I just voice my opinions. You know what I mean? I just voice my thoughts and what I think. I don't try to degrade people and call them names, because I think that's wrong. But
But
I think
Rep
we are
Ash,
entitled.
people would quit talking about her if she would stop. And I know you're saying and you want her to leave people alone too, but people would quit. She would not be YouTube, pardon the pun, fodder if she would just stop every live she does. She's calling people names, liars, uh, trans bashers. Uh, before FOD came along, I was never ever in my life called a trans basher.
Yeah, I've never been called that either.
And then they want to talk about getting Rosie O'Kelly, who I absolutely adore, up on that panel. Well, I got a feeling Rosie might set some people straight.
Yeah, she's very blunt. She'll say what she thinks. I like Rosie. I always
Hey,
have.
IBL. I adore Rosie. A very
Good morning, IBL.
comfortable, a very comfortable person in her skin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she goes chooching. She goes around in a bikini and she looks hot as hell, by the way. But
She's very proud of who she is,
yeah, she
and
is. And she's
kudos to her
very,
for
very
that.
comfortable.
Yeah.
And that's great that she's got to that point in her life. I personally thought the video that Fod did tell in her story was very brave. And I said that, but you can't continue just to attack people because they don't agree with you. This is YouTube. I have been attacked a dozen times since I went on Laura's panel the other night, tipsy. But you know
Maybe
what?
tipsy, but not drunk, not flat
I
out
chose to
drunk.
go on that panel. I knew what I had coming at me. Did I think it would get as raunchy as it did? No, but it went there and I
Well, they were talking
participated.
about you. Why wouldn't you go up there? You know what I mean? And
You
it was
know,
very courageous of you to go up there, when three people up there just really do not like you. So, yeah, kudos to you for doing that. Not a lot of people would do that.
did I think it would get as raunchy as it did? No, but I participated in it. So, anybody want to throw shade my way? Throw it. I deserve it. But so do the other three. Just so happens I wasn't sitting in a chat bashing them.
Yeah. And Pixie, that's one thing that I can agree with you on that. I think it's disgusting how FOD uses people's pictures as her avatar when she's mad at them. She's done it to me. It's bullshit. And to sit there having an eggplant sticking out of my mouth, or cloning people's accounts. That's bullshit too. That kind of stuff needs to stop. I mean, she's going to get criticism when she does that kind of stuff. I mean, maybe she likes that kind of attention. I don't know, but it's still wrong. Nobody should be cloning anyone's accounts. I mean, for someone to be almost 50 years old, to sit there wherever they're at, making clone accounts of people, I mean, is that really entertaining to you? Is that fun? Because in my eyes, that's really abnormal. Like,
And
that's
Rep
not
S,
normal.
I want to say that I really did not know that wasn't you that came into Wendy V's that morning. I had no idea that wasn't you, because that person was throwing jabs at me that you would have thrown.
Wait,
So
breaking the silence. What do you mean by that? I just hate people are still blaming her for something Dumpy Dump did. I thought that FOD admitted she called CPS. Is that what you're referring to?
now I think they're talking about the cop call.
Oh, okay.
And the cop call was Dumpy Dump. Dumpy Dump
Yeah.
has admitted it.
See, I don't care
And
for Dumpy Dump.
FOD was the CPS call. She has admitted it. And I absolutely adore BTS, but guess what? I put
Oh,
on
I
her
do
community
too.
post how I felt about things, because she put up a community post asking, because somebody, some account called POW put in a chat about swatting FOD. No, I don't think you should do that. Whoever that is, don't do that.
Richard
That
Graper, and that chick is a Dumpy Dump, let me tell you. Oh, it's
don't do
very
that.
fitting.
But FOD threatens me and everybody else with cops all the time. So if you're going to run around and threaten to call the police on people, trolls are going to come in and say that kind of shit. But don't, whoever you are out there, please don't do that. Please don't cause FOD any grief in their real life.
No, that shouldn't be acceptable. I mean, and it shouldn't be tolerated. Nobody should be calling anybody's home. Nobody should be, stalking anybody's home outside of YouTube. Nobody needs to be talking about that kind of stuff at all. I wish people would just keep it here on YouTube, critique what they do here on their streams, on their lives or their videos. Don't go outside of that. Nothing good is going to come of it. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Okay, breaking the silence. Dee Dee made the allegations of sexual abuse, not FOD. Okay, but it still resulted in strangers going to Brian's home and questioning his children.
Wait, what? Ash
Brian said
274?
he called CPS on FOD last night. Well, Brian, that is messed the F up.
Oh, shit.
Now, see where this leads? See where all of this leads? No, this pal isn't Pearls of Wisdom, K Mello. That wasn't Pearls. This was their avatar is like a, I don't know, like pal, like Batman and Robin. I don't know who it is. It's a troll. And they came in saying something about calling authorities on FOD. That's not cool.
Oh God, I hope he didn't do that. Brian, what are you doing, dude?
Was it really Brian Ash? I mean, I'm not, trust me, you know me and Brian. But
Randy, no,
Brian,
you're
if you
not
did
blocked at
that,
all.
shame on you, dude. No, you're not blocked, Randy. I see you.
I would never block you, Randy. I
I
mean,
thought
Brian, what
Brian
are you
was
doing?
doing Sunday sermons now. What happened?
The CPS calls and the cop calls and all of that
Yeah,
shit needs to
is
stop.
anybody hey Ash, did you take a screenshot of that? Yeah, no, it wasn't Pearls of Wisdom that made that comment about FOD. It's on BTS's community post. And she's got a point. People shouldn't run around saying this shit.
I don't
If
know. Maybe Brian can come and
Oh, I will find out if it's the truth.
yeah.
Because I'll call his ass.
Yeah, I really hope that he didn't do that either.
Don't
Like
think I won't
we
hang up this phone and call his ass.
absolutely, we do not know how people are being treated outside of YouTube. You don't know what goes on in
Tracy, come
people's
on, you
lives.
aren't that vulnerable of Brian. I don't know what that means.
Like
I'm not.
nobody knows how I treat my son. They only hear like if he walks by and says something. Nobody knows. So why would you call CPS on someone? You don't know how those kids are treated. It's wrong.
Well, and Randy obviously has spoken to FOD's children and said they're wonderful kids. The same goes for Laura's kids. Laura's kids are beautiful, wonderful kids. Why would anybody? No, I know he's up to something, BTS. I know. But he has been behaving. That's all I was saying, unless he's under a troll account. But Laura's kids are beautiful, wonderful, smart, intelligent, fed, clothed. So why would anybody ever want to bring that kind of bullshit on uh, Laura's kids? I don't get it. If you don't like Laura, go after Laura.
I don't know if it's called manipulation, breaking silence, because I don't know. I found spirituality when I got sober. And so, I mean,
No, I don't think she would be either, Randy. I think she would be probably a fun mom. Uh, do I think her online activity is creepy? Yeah, I do. Sorry, I do. That's my opinion. But
okay, Remy just said, Brian said he absolutely did not call CPS on anyone. So
okay,
hopefully that was just a troll. Somebody cloned
leave
his
kids
account.
alone. Exactly. I'm going to call Brian. I'll get it out of him.
Well, let's hope that Remy's right. And Brian did say he didn't call CPS. Hopefully that was just a clone account trying to create
Dixie's calling him
problems.
right now. Because if it's wrong for FOD to do, and I'm sorry, you're never going to convince me she did it out of concern. She did it out of spite. I'm sorry, but that's the way I feel. Nothing's going to change my mind on that. No one in this community is going to change my mind on that. She did it out of spite. And if Brian did it, he did it out of spite.
Samara's good people, and I really trust Samara. She said that he just said he didn't call. I believe him.
Who started that rumor? How bizarre today.
Breaking the silence, he's not always been honest, but I mean, if he said that it wasn't him and that he didn't say that, I mean, why would he lie about it 1 minute and then take it back the next? Or why would he say he did something and then take it back?
Right. I
I,
mean, why would
I
he
think,
come into a chat and admit it and now say
right.
he didn't do it? I mean, FOD owned it from almost from Jump Street.
Nothing good is going to come out of calling CPS on someone. Nothing good is going to come out of that. For one, you're going to be hated. And for two, think about what those kids have to go through. You know, it can be traumatizing for those kids. I mean, if you actually see abuse take place, then that's another thing. But if you just do it because you don't like someone, that's some dirty shit, man. That's not okay.
Nope. I don't think involving anybody's family on YouTube is okay. You just don't do it.
I've gone rounds with CPS. I don't like those people, you know, and I don't know, man. I mean, I
My
think that,
personal feelings about Brian doesn't mean he's a bad dad. My personal
right.
feelings about FOD doesn't mean they're a bad mom. So
Yeah, I don't care for FOD that much, but it's wrong to go real life on her. You know, I mean, it's not okay to sit there and call CPS on her just because you're trying to get back at her or whatever. That's not okay. Take it out on her YouTube channel. Don't go real life.
Cat
I mean,
Kenzie,
taking it
I
out
don't
on her YouTube channel is not okay either, but
I don't know your story. I hated it when people came at me for my brother's actions. We are so different. Well, trust
yeah,
take it from the mother of an addict. People do come at you for other people's actions, but
I lurker, absolutely. There's so many clones. Maybe it isn't him. Right. And that's what I was trying to say. Maybe somebody cloned him and went in there and said that. I don't know.
Ash says, I'm sure they traced it. Don't worry, we will find out. And she's sure it
Yeah.
was him. Well, I'm not going to say I'm sure it was him. He's saying he didn't do it. You know, FOD owned it. Brian's not owning it right now. So until he owns it or it gets traced back, Ash, then we don't
You
know.
know, last night there was a lot of alt accounts coming in, a lot of clone accounts. Uber was cloned. There were so many in Jenny Jen's that kept getting cloned. It's ridiculous, you know? And
Mandoline's saying that the person had a wrench.
yeah, Blue Topaz, I know. It's such bullshit. And it's I mean, you feel like it accomplishes nothing to bitch about it, it seems, because nothing changes. The same shit, the repetitiveness of it keeps happening over and over and over. And it seems like the more you bitch about it, the more it happens.
A
Yeah,
clone can't be wrenched. I didn't know that.
wait, what?
I don't know. Somebody said a clone can't be wrenched. I don't.
I
How
don't
does
know
that
how
work?
not. I mean, I've seen clones get wrenched and then the channel gets, you know, hit real hard with deleting people. And I don't know. I've seen that happen. So I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, I don't know. A clone can be wrenched, right? I mean, how would that?
Yeah.
How could that not be prevented?
Yeah, you can give a wrench to anyone.
JJJ did have an active rogue wrench. She has tons of people's blocked. Oh, I did. I did stay in there long enough while she was unblocking everybody.
Yeah, I felt bad for her because there was a lot of good people that was, you know, blocked from her chat, and
Randy said she
it's so
accidentally
dumb.
cloned an account. I mean, she accidentally wrenched a cloned account of Uber.
Oh, I like Uber. I think she's funny. She's nice too.
Right, Bailey Vex. I believe it.
Where's Bailey Vexed? There she is. Good morning, darling. I didn't see her. Good morning, Kat Kinsey and Jana K
It's
Mello.
not 7 a.m. here. 7 a.m. here, Ash.
It's 10:45 in the morning where
Brian
I'm
was
at.
wrenched and waiting in Jenny's countdown before her live started. And then he says, I have 9 accounts that I know of with my. Well, there's an account rolling around with my son's name too. So,
Yeah, and you seen that when you was up on panel the other night with Laura.
yeah.
It's bullshit.
But
Nobody should be
it's been
cloning
done to Laura
kids.
too. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
people's made clone accounts of her kids too. So,
I
you
don't
know,
know. Like I've trolled before, you know, and I've never even thought about using someone's kid or using I've never cloned an account. That's so dumb to me. I don't know.
I just think cloned accounts hurts people because then
Mm-hmm.
people don't know it's not really you. And then you
Right.
go in and you say something ugly or get a fight started between two people that might not have a problem, and now there's a problem.
And it doesn't help that YouTube had to change shit around to where you can't just click on the name and see if that's them or not,
I know now you
which
got to
is
get that
dumb.
extension.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't understand why they did that. Like, it was not beneficial whatsoever.
Jenny wrenches pretty much everybody. So I don't,
Yeah.
that is one reason why I know the reason behind doing that. People wrench everybody so everybody has protection in the chat. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But I also know if I was to wrench everybody in my chat, somebody's going to come back and just wipe me out. I know this. So I don't feel like dealing with unblocking 300 people.
I
I
gotta
don't have no
mute
problem
real
with
quick.
people who do that. That's their channel, it's their business. They can do whatever they want with it. I just don't want to deal with, a rogue Grinch. Too much finger pointing and excuses going on. People need to better if they want things to get better. I agree, Honor Rose.
Lorraine, I see what you're saying, but I don't know. I mean, I've seen Brian try to lay low and not get into drama. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe here and there, but, you know, admitting that you called CPS on someone is huge. And I just don't know if I see Brian do that because he's really been trying to like lay low and not cause any drama. I don't know.
Well, and I don't find it hard to believe because nothing surprises me. But I don't know why you would say it in a chat and then turn around and deny it. But if he did it, all I can say is that was a messed up. I don't want to cuss. That was a messed up move, Brian, and that's not cool. It's just like it wasn't cool for it to happen to him. It's not cool for it to happen to somebody else. You know, I just
Right. And if you
sometimes
did
fighting
do
with
that,
fire with fire. Sometimes fighting fire with fire only creates a bigger fire.
yeah, that's basically what I was about to say.
You know, sometimes fighting fire with water is the way to go. But if he did it, shame on him.
I just
Just
don't
like
want to condemn him, if it's not really him. I don't know if it is or not, but and let's hope it didn't happen. Let's just hope that
exactly.
somebody said that to try to be intimidating or whatever.
I don't want to
Um,
see any.
it's not okay to call
I don't want to
CPS
see
on
anybody
anyone.
show up at Fod's door or her children be harassed. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that for anybody.
No, because it's not hurting the person; it's hurting the
Yeah.
kids, man. Like they don't need to go through that. I've never had good experiences with them, so I don't know.
Like I said, maybe they'll get to the bottom of it.
When my daughter was a diabetic, she went into ketoacidosis one time. She was young, and we had just learned how the insulin pump works. We got her hooked up on an insulin pump. Well, she went into ketoacidosis. Well, because of that, Children's Services had to get involved. Oh my God, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. I don't care for CPS at all.
Well, my son was visiting with. I had just dropped my son off at his dad's on a Friday afternoon. It was his weekend, and I get a call Saturday morning, and I remember the casino I worked on at the time was a boat, and it was stuck in the. They had to dredge because it was stuck in the sludge.
In Lawrenceburg?
Uh,
Was it the one in
no,
Lawrenceburg?
it's the one down here in Harrison
Oh,
County. But
oh,
so we were off because they were dredging, and I got a call Saturday morning from his stepmom, and she said, um, Chance is complaining. His arm hurts. He fell off his bike yesterday. We're at the ballpark with Chance's little brother. He had a ball game. You might want to come and get him. So I came to get him. I said, where's your bike? I thought, because she said he had fallen off his bike. I thought they had hauled his bike to the ballpark. And he goes, it's at Dad's. And I was like, well, when did you fall off your bike? And he said, right after you dropped me off, my chain slipped and I fell. Well, he had broken his arm in 3 places and
Mm.
had laid like that for over 24 hours because, well, his dad's the kind of person that if you're not decapitated, you're not really that bad hurt, and then he'll put a Band-Aid on you. But I took him to the hospital. They asked me when he did this, and when I told them how long he had laid like that, what's the first thing that happens? A social worker comes in to talk to me and Chance.
Mm.
How could you let your kid lay like this? It was broken in 3 places. I was like, whoa, he was with his father. You know,
Right.
I wouldn't, if my son fell and came to me and said, crying, his arm hurts, I'm going to assume he's done something to it. But I got talked to, Chance got talked to. It was uncomfortable. I didn't like it. I didn't like being pointed at like I was some kind of horrible mother because I didn't bring my son to the hospital immediately
Well, he wasn't
following
under
a
your
fall,
care,
but
so
he
it wasn't
wasn't
your
under my
fault.
care.
Right.
Exactly. And I told him that. I said he was with his dad gets visitation every other weekend. And then just to spite me, I had to take him to an orthopedic surgeon, get his arm set, put in a cast, and they didn't do surgery, but for whatever reason, I had to take him to an orthopedic specialist. And I know this because years later, I had to go to the same specialist and get my ankle cut on. But
Mm.
get his arm set, get it casted. He goes back to his dad's and he wants to go swimming. So his dad cuts his cast off. So when he comes home, he doesn't have a
Really?
cast.
Oh
I was
God.
like, what the hell? Dad cut it off so I could go swimming. So I had to take him back, get it recasted, and then I had to tell his father, if you're going to behave like this, then you're going to wait the 12 weeks that he's in the cast before you see him. Because obviously he needs a cast. But that's what I dealt with. But the whole point of the story was I had somebody come into the hospital and talk to me because I did not report, I did not bring my son in. Because, they can look at a break and basically tell you how long. Within 24 hours, it's starting to heal.
Yeah.
And if it heals wrong, then you've got problems. Then you got to go and have surgery and everything else. But it's uncomfortable. So it leads back to the fact that stay out of people's home lives. Everybody.
Yeah. I don't wish CPS upon anyone. I really
No.
don't. I don't know. I mean, CPS did get involved when my son's dad died, um, because of what was in my ex-husband's home. And
Right,
I felt
Blue.
like that was so unfair because, I didn't do anything, but they still had to do a case plan and yada yada because of what happened. And oh God, that was a nightmare. But they were actually there for me and they supported me and they gave me, I mean, CPS can be good too. It's not always bad. They gave me resources that I didn't know about, and they can be good as long as you're doing the right thing, I guess. So
I agree, Captain Obvious. Don't invite the government into your life because
yes.
sometimes once they enter your life, they don't leave for a very long time.
Ugh. No,
It's
thank
it's
you.
just like calling the police on people. Don't do it.
Mm-mm.
It's not cool.
Yeah. So, like, what happens if someone calls the police, on someone on YouTube, and then that person, what if they go to jail, or what if something bad happens? What if their dog gets shot? You never freaking know, man. I've seen police come to people's homes, and then their dog goes crazy, and then the dog ends up getting shot. You never know what's going to happen. I don't know. It's just sad all the way around.
Well, it's not cool, and it's that if Brian, if you did that and you're listening, because people are giving timestamps and everything. So you know, if you did it out of
Wait, is Jenna Moon in here?
I don't know. I see people talking to Makeup Mobster, and I don't see her either.
What?
I see Jenna. Hey, Jenna.
Oh, there's Jenna. Good morning, Jenna Me.
By the way, just so somebody knows, just so I can put it out there, Makeup Mobster didn't deserve to have the police beat on her door in the middle of the night either.
No.
So nobody does. Nobody did. I've not seen anybody in this community do anything so bad that
It about
authorities.
sent me into a panic attack. I freaked out. I don't like police. I don't like them showing up at my home. I freak out. I spaz out because I've never had, a positive encounter with them in the past. So I kind of freaked out.
I
It's
agree,
not
Tatum.
okay.
I agree, Tatum. People have made it just like, it is what it is. So that doesn't excuse it, but when there's really no real outrage about it, then oh, it's she's alive to bitch about me again. Okay, well, enjoy it.
So she's bitching about you right now?
I guess that's what I'm being told.
She
I'm her
needs to
new.
shut the hell up. You ain't
I'm
done a
her.
damn thing to that woman.
I'm her new fodder. I'm her new content. Because we had to listen about Molly Golightly for a year, then we had to listen about Marcia for 6 months, then we had to listen about M's for 6 months. So I guess I probably got at least 5 months coming at me.
You didn't even say anything bad. What the fuck is she flipping out about? It's
I don't
always
know.
something. Always. Always, always. Nobody can just go on panel and discuss things. You got to go live and freak out about them.
Yeah, how rude,
Jesus.
anyways, to go live when somebody else is live.
I mean, who knows?
I try not to do that, but when there's people on here that go live every single day, 3 or 4 times uh, a day, it's hard to adjust around their schedule. But go ahead, Makeup Mobster. Have your live. Enjoy yourself. If I'm what you need to talk about, then go for it, girlfriend. Like I
I
told you
don't know.
before, good girl, good girl, good girl.
Oh, she's live talking about your drinking. What the frick business is it of her if Tracy has a drink or not?
Aw.
Why is that any of her business? Why is she even making that her business? If Tracy wants to go to a celebration, why can't she have a drink or two? What's wrong with that?
That's when you're scraping the bottom of the barrel for content. That's when you're scraping the bottom of the barrel for content. Why is her name Makeup Mobster? I've never seen her do anything about makeup. Did she
No,
used to
she's a
back in the
drama
old
channel.
days?
It's so funny. These people sit there and, talk shit about drama channels when they are a drama channel. They want to claim that they're true crime. There's nothing true crime about these people. All they talk about is drama. Shit, I admit, I'm a drama channel. I have no shame in that.
Well, the next time I'm invited to a wedding and I'm going to have a couple drinks, I'm going to invite Makeup Mobster. But please dress appropriately.
Hi, dog mom. How
What
are
did she
you?
say the other day I was dressed like?
Yeah, she was making fun of what you was wearing.
I was in an orange uh, cow neck sweater with how the back is longer than the front. I was in brown leggings and Ugg boots. It was an outdoor fall wedding. I
I mean, I'm
didn't
not
show
trying
up.
to throw
I
any
didn't show
shade.
up in a mini skirt
Mm.
and heels when I'm going to be in wet ground. Okay, I dressed for the occasion. All right.
I'm just going to say this right here and right now. If you're representing Guess Jeans in the year 2020, you have no right to talk about anybody's clothing attire. Sorry. Not sorry.
I don't even know how she saw what I was wearing. It was freaking dark.
Right.
It's not like I stood up and did a show for them. As I said, when this is your
You mean
content,
girl.
then you're scraping the bottom of the barrel there, Leanna.
And it's not like you said, and this is the thing, you know, you never once said I'm drunk. And then they was over there saying, well, Tracy admitted she was drunk. No, Tracy didn't admit she was drunk.
I
Oh,
think they were just pissy because I went on Tiffany Marie's panel. Well, guess what? I'll go wherever I want.
absolutely. I think a lot of people are upset that, you know, Tiffany Marie has come back and she's on her panel telling her truths. And I think that rubs people the wrong way.
Oh, she must be
And,
finished with me. She moved on to Tiffany Marie.
oh, well,
Yeah, because we can't say enough about that. I mean, how long she been going on about Tiffany Marie now? I guess Tiffany still has a good 5 months of this shit too. Because Makeup Mobster can't just do a one and done.
speaking of drinks,
They're the ones that told me to drink and drive.
that's dumb. That's absolutely dumb. Home mycology, how are you, my friend? It's been a while since I've seen you.
They're the ones that told me to drink and drive.
Yeah,
Thank
that's not
goodness I
good.
don't listen to people like them.
Uh, you had a good time at your niece's wedding, and somebody had to try to ruin that by claiming or implying that you was drunk, and that's not okay. And then to sit there and try to critique your looks, what you're wearing, how your hair looks, that's bullshit. I mean, that's when you know nobody has anything else to bitch about when they go for your looks, when they go for what you're wearing, or so stupid. People need to grow up. It's so childish to sit there and make fun of someone's looks. I can't stand that shit.
I think they forget that I'm 55 years old. I'm of legal age to drink a beer. I'm of legal age to drink 30 beers if I chose to, although I couldn't physically do that. I did not drive home.
I am such a lightweight when it comes to beer. I can drink one beer and be tipsy as hell. I never
Main girl
could
said,
control
yep,
my
she sure
liquor.
did tell you to drink and drive. MM was pretty much telling you to go get into a serious car accident. That was gross.
Wow.
Somebody wants a link. Okay, Mello.
Home
Yeah,
mycology,
I agree.
I think you're pretty awesome sauce. That's just me personally.
Yeah.
Tracy does rock, Jojo. I love Tracy. And I think she's a
Hey,
beautiful
Turquoise.
person with a beautiful soul. And she's got a lot of good to offer. And people don't want to see that. People, you know, people want to hate on Tracy because they want to be good friends with Laura and get brownie points with Laura. And that's just so freaking disgusting. People just,
Whatever. Like I said, it's her problem. If she's that fixated on me, then it's her problem, not mine. Because trust me, I don't lay awake and wake up the next morning and say, I'm going to go live about the truth and drag Tracy. Okay.
I don't know. I think
Absolutely nothing fake about me. I say what I say. And sometimes I say things I shouldn't say. But
I need to get on your level, home mycology. That's where I want to be. That's the level I want to be on. Pretty happy guy. Pretty good guy, too. Hugs are
don't
good,
forget to vote.
Jojo. Yeah, vote today, everyone. I don't think I'm going to admit who I'm voting for. I'm not trying to make enemies, but
Nope.
yes.
I don't think anybody should discuss. I mean, that is a right given to, as an American, is to vote for who you choose. And it's also your right to not discuss it. I mean, if you want to, campaign for somebody or say I'm a proud so and so voter, then I guess that's okay. But Hey, Sarah, can I ask Remy what she meant? Remember something, just remember. I didn't see that, so.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, Ninny did say just vote. She didn't say vote for who. I can tell you who Ninny's not voting for, I'm pretty sure, but I could be wrong.
If there was an option for Obama, Ninny would be on
Oh
it.
my God, she'd be his campaign manager. I still would like to find her some socks.
Yeah, with Obama on them. I'm gonna look for
You
that.
did, Ninny. You said red or blue. I'm kind of tired of the two-party system, anyways. And I know
Yeah.
I know there's more than that, but the oddball parties never get, they never have a chance. They usually end up just canceling out votes for somebody else. But yeah, do the responsible thing. I've already had to do it. I had to mail mine in because I'm still registered in Florida. Don't tell nobody.
Lord Tracy, don't put that out there in the universe.
I know. Hell, I'm supposed to have jury duty down there. I'm like, I don't live there. And they're like, well, you have jury duty. Well, I don't live there.
Oh my gosh. The things I have said to get out of jury duty is hysterical. I'm not gonna admit that or talk about what I said, but it was like, yep, nope, you're dismissed.
You did a
I don't
drive through. Yeah, do a drive through vote. Yeah, just as long as I mean, mine was a mail in ballot, but if you can vote in person, that's the way to do it, just to cut down on any confusion or corruption. If you can. I mean, there's a lot of people that can't get out of the house and do that. And
IB I don't think I could sit on a jury. I just can't do it.
I would
I
love
don't
to sit
know.
on a good jury, but please don't
Mm,
pull me in because somebody had a tail light out and they refused to fix it. So they wanted to take it to jury trial or something.
mm-mm.
But I would
I
love
do
to
not
sit
want to
on a
be a
good
part of that.
jury. And I think I would be a good juror.
You have a good day too, Rep Ash.
Bye, Ash.
There's Happy,
Um,
Happy, Happy. How are you, Happy?
I got arrested going to jury duty on
I'll vote
point
for
oh
that,
seven.
Happy.
Forgot I had weed walking. I always I always watch these things on YouTube, these little short clips about people in court.
Hmm.
And the things you see, man, this one dude standing in front of a judge and he bends over. And when he bends over, a bag of dope falls out of his shirt pocket. The judge is like, oh. I mean, you got to laugh because even the judge was
Hmm.
like, oh, are you not smart enough? It was funny. But I always watch those little freaky things that happen in court videos.
It's funny.
Hey, good morning, True Helper.
Hi, True Helper. How are you today?
Ooh, I don't know that I'd want to do a grand jury, hounds.
Oh my gosh.
There's no
No,
defense
absolutely
in a
not.
grand jury. I want to hear both sides, and you don't get to hear
Hmm.
the defensive side in a grand jury. It's just the state, you know. It's just the state telling you what they have, and because our system is so flawed, I want to hear both sides. So I don't want to be a grand juror.
Yeah, I've actually I don't know. I just, I've been on the opposite side of the jury, and I don't think I'd want to be on a jury. I couldn't do
Remy says my luck it would last 90 weeks. Yeah, I'd be
it.
on one of those too, Remy. But it's not like I got a whole lot going on in my life anyway. So I'm told every single day somebody goes live about me. Get a life. Get a life.
Oh
Whatever.
no, no, that didn't offend me or anything, IBL. It's okay.
I love
Yeah.
IBL.
Oh, me too. I've caused some trouble in my time, so I take no offense to what anybody says to me about, my history, my past. I mean,
Well,
I'm
you've
I'm
been
pretty
open and
proud.
honest about it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to tell every little detail of your past to
Oh,
get
I
it,
haven't.
yeah, to get it through to people that you've been there. You've been through this and you've been through that. Trust me, I could write a book.
Oh my gosh.
I
I've
could
thought
actually
about
write a
that.
book.
I have a diary that I've kept since I was probably like 13 or 14, and I write in it all the time. And how cool would that be to turn that into a book, to give that over to someone and have them like reiterate your life out of that diary? I think that would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about writing a book before because I have one of the most craziest families, but I mean, each and every one of them have a heart of gold. I also have the sister-in-law that could be referred to as Satan, and the brother that doesn't speak to us anymore. I don't feel the need to do 154 episodes about it, but whatever. Whatever floats your boat. I don't care. A lot of people watched that and got a lot of benefit out of that. So, uh, let's see. I was on a jury. It was about a policeman and a 15-year-old. Not good. Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
Ooh, gosh.
I don't know. Like I said, um, I'm glad you came live this morning, Sarah. And like I said,
Yeah,
If you
thanks for
did what you're
coming
being
up.
accused of, or that you so-called admitted to, shame on you. Find a way to fix it. Uh, if you didn't, shame on whoever's starting the rumor. If it was a clone, shame on the clone. Don't go. I mean, the whole point of this is don't go into people's real lives. It's
Yeah, because
gross. It doesn't matter who it is. I was in an abusive relationship with the narc. I would literally write things down or he would twist it on me. I found the book the other day.
oh gosh, Nicole,
Aw.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to jump down, Sarah.
Yeah, I'm
Let
gonna
the
jump off here because I got so much to do around this house and I just don't want to do it.
Me too. I'm such a nut. At 11:13, I start thinking about what am I going to do for dinner because I got to lay something out. So, like, my mind right now is like, okay, what's for dinner today?
My
Yesterday, I
son
made a
does that.
big old pot of Great Northern beans.
Oh, have you ever
They
had
turned out
15
good
bean
too,
soup?
huh?
15 bean soup?
I have, but I just like ham beans. I mean, I like
Oh,
pinto beans,
mm-hmm.
but I'm just a big Great Northern bean fan.
Uh-oh. She kicked herself off. I love to make a big old pot of 15 bean soup, throw a ham hock in there. Get some cornbread. You're set. Well, you guys, I think I'm going to jump off here. I've got like 15% of my battery left. But lion's mane chowder soup. Oh my gosh, that sounds great. I'm jealous. I am absolutely jealous. But I'm going to jump off here though. My battery's about to die and I need to charge it so I can have something to listen to as I do the dishes and rake some leaves up outside. Uh, but I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for coming and listening to me. I love and appreciate you all. And hopefully you'll come back and talk later, maybe tomorrow, something like that. So, yeah, have a great day, everyone. See you guys later.